Romance is one of the best genres in anime to ever exist, let's be honest. But there's so many of them out there that it's hard to pick out the good ones. So in this video, we'll be going over a couple amazing romance animes that you need to watch if you haven't already. And of course, if you love the romance genre. Let's get started, shall we? And of course, our first romance anime of the day is Redo of Healer. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't relax, y'all. Don't kill me in the comments. It's just a joke. Our actual first romance anime of the day is Your Lie in April. Now, if you've seen this already, then you probably are like, oh man, again, another list with Your Lie in April. Well, that's just because it's that good. This is one of the best animes I've seen in this genre, and also one of the saddest. So if you haven't seen this already and you're gonna start this, oof, be ready to cry. So basically what happens in Your Lie in April, there's this kid, his name is Kosei. He's a piano prodigy, by the way, so props to him. But after the passing of his mom, he loses the ability to hear the notes while he's playing. That sounds crazy, right? I know. And this is basically because of the way his mom brought him up, because she was very strict and very abusive. Yeah, I know, fuck that bitch. Basically forcing him to play the piano, to do this, to do that. It was not looking good for my boy. So because of the trauma, after his mom passes away, he quits playing piano and he just lives his life kind of dull, actually. It's very sad. But things change when he meets a violinist. I hope I'm saying that right. This violinist is a girl named Kaori. She's very free-spirited, actually. She actually plays music in the opposite way of what Kosei does, because he was doing it. I'm sure he liked it, but he was more so doing it because of his mom. But she basically just does whatever the fuck she wants to do, and I respect that. When you're doing something you love, doing something you like, actually, whenever you're doing something, just got to do it or you want to do it. And that's basically what she did. She was also the reason for bringing Kosei back into the life of music and, you know, going back into competitions, all that stuff. And honestly, she brought happiness back into this man's life because he was really miserable. You got to see what's going on to really understand what I'm saying. And I mean, after all that stuff that he went through, he definitely needed somebody to do that for him. So Kaori is a real hero. She really is. But as Kosei and Kaori come closer together, you know, they start doing more stuff with music, getting to know each other more and more. They start letting us know that Kaori is hiding something from Kosei and other people as well. That kind of changes everything. So this anime might be short, but it has a very powerful story, and I think anybody that loves the romance genre should watch this. You need to, matter of fact. Go watch it right now. Now this next anime is called Blue Box. No, don't get it confused with that shit stain they had on Netflix and stuff. This is not what that is. This is actually worth seeing. Blue Box mixes romance with sports. So for all my sport anime people out there, you're gonna like this one. Trust me. The story is about a high school student named Taiki who's on the badminton team. And this school is not a normal school. It's like one of those schools where all the sport prodigies go to, who eventually grow up to be pro athletes, all that kind of stuff, right? So there's this girl there that's on the girls basketball team, Chinatsu, and Taiki has a huge crush on her. But it's also the fact that she is very dedicated to becoming a better hooper each and every single day. Because almost every morning, before everybody else gets to school, she is in that gym, putting in that work. Like, she got some dedication, man, I'm telling you. A lot of people that can learn from her, I'm telling you. Taiki comes there also every morning to train with her. They barely know each other, but they know each other from that. But yeah, at a certain point, something very unexpected happens between the two. Shinatsu's family needs to move abroad to a different country. So what ends up happening is she moves into Taiki's house because the parents are like friends and stuff. They know each other, right? And she wants to stay in Japan to keep pursuing her dreams. So because of that, she is allowed to stay at Taiki's house for a certain amount of time. The odds of this happening is crazy. Imagine having a huge crush on somebody at school, and then all of a sudden that person just moves in with you. Now you get to see that person at school, at home, everywhere, bro. Ain't that crazy? From there on, the story basically follows their daily lives as high school athletes. You know, the complications that come with Taiki having a crush on her while she's living in the same house. You know, sometimes it gets a little awkward, those kind of things. You're gonna have to see that for yourself. So that's why I'm telling you, this is a very great anime to watch. Feels like a naturally flowing storyline with a plot that honestly probably many people can relate to. I mean, having a high school crush, who doesn't go through that? Am I right? So honestly, this is a perfect watch for anybody into romance. Anybody. So since we're on perfect watches, this is probably my favorite out of all the romance animes that I've seen so far. I don't know if that says anything about me, but I don't care. This was just very good. My third anime of the day is Horimiya. Now this anime is definitely something that is like Blue Box, something that a lot of people could probably relate to. So Horimiya is basically about quite the wholesome relationship between two high school students. You got Kyoko and you got Izumi. At school, they're pretty much not as you would see them at home. You know, I mean, that goes for a lot of people, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Because at school, Ori is basically like the perfect popular girl. I mean, she gets the good grades, all the boys want her, all that, right? And then Izumi, he looks more like a quiet, gloomy kind of, he looks like a loner. Pretty much. He's one of those quiet kids. But at home, Ori's situation is actually kind of different because she actually ends up spending most of her time on taking care of her little brother and taking care of the household. And Izumi actually is kind of different from what you would expect. I mean, he has quite some tattoos on him. He wears piercings. He has all of that. He's still a good guy. Don't get it wrong. But it's just not something you would expect from him when you see him in school. So when they discover this side of each other, when they see these different sides that they haven't seen of each other and that they wouldn't expect at all, they form like a genuine, strong connection that turns into romance. Pretty much. That is actually the plot of Horimiya. So there's no dramatic love triangles. There's no crazy things going on. Like I said, it's just a very wholesome, down-to-earth romance anime. It's really honestly just the process of falling in love with somebody. That's basically what it's about. And like I said, a lot of us can probably relate to this. You know, you get the small jealousies, those kind of things, awkward confessions. You know, maybe you shat yourself on a roller coaster once and you had to go home with that shitty underwear. You know, stuff like that. It's basically just simply revealing yourself to the other person and being able to, you know, be yourself more around that person every single day. This is a kind of like a very authentic approach, and that's kind of what makes Horimiya one of my favorite romance animes out there. I really think you should try it. It's very good. Now, this was my quick little video about some romance animes that I recommend you guys to watch. I know it's not very long, but I didn't want the video to be too long, so I just added 3. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, more recommendations, whatever, let me know. I got you. There's many more anime that you might not know, but that you need to see before you die. Also, let me know in the comments if you haven't seen any of these anime or one of them, and if you're gonna watch them, let me know down below. I would love to see what you guys say and which ones you're gonna watch or which ones you have seen and what you think about them. Just let me know in the comments. Yeah, make sure to subscribe for future videos and recommendations, all that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.